Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Continuing on with thoughts and discussions on the Canon 6D Mark II, which is around the corner, and I'm still excited about it. I'm still holding out hope that we'll see a very full-featured, amazing offering from Canon, which includes 4K, despite Canon rumors and several other sites now saying that the word is we will not get 4K in this camera. David Houston writes in a comment. He says, I have the 6D, and I have a feeling the 6D Mark II is going to disappoint. That's why the Fuji X-T2 is on my radar. Can't deal with Canon anymore. So this is interesting to me because this is what Brandon was saying in our comment from our last video about, this is a prime example of David looking to migrate to a company that offers what everybody else is offering, the 4K. So, and there's other features that Canon tends to withhold in lower levels too, which is they're very, I mean, every company does that, but Canon more so than others, I would suggest. So what I'm curious about is how many of you folks are thinking the same way as David? How many of you are like David? Or like myself, like I'm very excited to see what the 6D Mark II is. I'm still holding out hope that it'll be a full-featured camera with 4K video. If it doesn't have 4K video, it's a no-go for me. So how many of you are in the same boat? You're hoping you'll get 4K video and it will be the best all-around camera for you at a great price point. Or maybe not or, I guess should I say, if it's not, as I have just said, that if it doesn't have it, it's a no-go for me. How many of you feel that way? If the 6D does not have 4K video, is it a no-go? Are you going to do what David's suggesting? Look at a Fuji. For instance, the X-T2, the X-T20. Where's my X-T20? Right there. Fantastic offering from Fuji. Under $1,000. Wonderful little camera. 4K video. Fuji, in their retro, beautiful little cameras, they're offering 4K video now. Nikon's offering 4K video. Panasonic's offering 4K video. Sony's offering 4K video. What's going on, Canon? David's going to look at something else. I won't look at the 6D Mark II if it doesn't have 4K. I might consider the original 6D and continue straddling systems because I love the Panasonics for video. But how many of you are in the same boat? How many of you really want a 6D Mark II if it has 4K video? How many of you won't consider it if it doesn't have that? How many of you still will buy a 6D Mark II even if it doesn't have 4K video? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just curious. I'm curious to get a feel here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Let's discuss it. Are you still going to buy a 6D Mark II regardless of if it has 4K video or not? Or are you more like David and myself where we're looking at other options or going to make alternative plans or shoot with something else if this 6D Mark II does not have 4K video? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your comment there, David. Looking to hear what you guys have to say. Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. And thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.